The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that. Where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Running left, it's Henry. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. You look at this Browns defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Hey, check that. Ready?
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And space tough to come by there. So we get maybe a yard to the 37.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Cowboy 80. 18, right here.
To throw is Sanders. Open man is Samuel, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready.
Mike Green just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground. Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go. 19 Tiger.
From the gun, it's Shador. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
Ready? Fix the Eagles! Fix the Eagles!
They get this out quickly to the left side. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. On first down, here's Jenkins. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Come on, hit! Move it, 19! 60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Mustang 19!
Sanders to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Jenkins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
If I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at him with another momentum play. Go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Here we go, set! Panther 60, Panther 60!
Now they'll audible to something else. Here's Sanders. Touchdown! Quinshon Judkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away now from moving out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Ravens 6. Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Jackson. Rifles one, and It's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Back. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
A give up the middle, Judkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 14-yard line.
Throwing, Sanders. This will be caught just inside the 10. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
On the jump.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Bronco 80, 70 range, 70.
Sanders. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And his kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
180! 180! Press up! 180! Press up! You change it. You.
Now it's Jackson. That's complete, and once again, it's caught. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The Ravens are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw again is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Now a carry for Powell. And he is going to lose yardage here. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They go play action with Jackson. On the move past the 40. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
The handoff running left, Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Jackson now. Finding Walker complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 23 yards on the play.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catch.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are once again back in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
This is 2nd and 8.
Pass the 60. Pass the 60.
Once again, Judkins. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Third and 5.
Here we go. Set.
There's a short one caught by Fannin. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
18.
They'll go. Here's Sanders. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Harold Fannin, 57 yards. And the Browns take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Their own 35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Baltimore.
Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson. And he fires one incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? That's to his running back, Quinshon Judkins. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
60.
Now Sanders. Over the middle, complete to Judy. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
Ready, set.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
Ready. Viking 18. Warriors 17. Ready.
To throw now. Here's Sanders. Looking left side. It's complete. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
1st and goal, Cleveland.
Go.
Now receiver in motion left.
19 Tiger.
Judkins is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. So that now 6 touchdowns for him on the ground here so far this year, Charles. And it's week 3. What kind of a season might he be embarking on?
Well, we both know it helps to have fresh legs early. And they're going to ride him a lot as this year goes on. But one other thing to keep in mind, as you keep having success, you actually have built up some momentum. Your body responds to that as well. So I see no reason for this to slow down anytime soon.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
DC, ready?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Ready, shot.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for two.
The Ravens will line up for the two.
Jackson, a final shot before break.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here we go. Start.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Sanders. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. And Walker with it over the middle. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Now he'll take this. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Here's Jackson to throw. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
Third down and long.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
There's a short one caught by Fannin, and he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
2nd and 6 at the Browns' 21-yard line.
Second down and 6 now. They'll run with Cobb. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Hey, middle. It's hot. You. It's hot.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Hey,
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try to run with Cobb. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Ravens 25. Browns.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, still a 1-possession game. Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on 4th in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right about that, partner. And a lot of people look at them going for it on fourth down as a failure when they didn't get it. But there's also their way of saying, hey, we have confidence in our defense because they went out and held it. Got the ball right back for them. So nice stand for them. Momentum can swing back to their side if they have a good drive here.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the left sideline. And finally taken down at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And the Browns, first down. A gain of 45 yards. First down, Cleveland.
An inside run with Jenkins.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second down and 8.
2. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hey, Crash. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Street. Rig alert, rig alert. Hey.
A give. Here's Jenkins. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Check smash, check smash. Stop low, 18.
To throw is Sanders. That is caught. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good for a Browns first down.
Trying to hammer it in with Jenkins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
He'll try again, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Unlock line, rig.
In motion goes the tight end. Sampson is in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. That's complete to Kyle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Again, Jackson. And Walker has it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. 49 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game.
2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Lamar changing the play. On 3rd down, Henry. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
16-yard line. 6 on the play. It's now 4th down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. That's caught. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Buckle up, Lightning, and Steve. Ready?
They'll look to throw. Finding Samuel. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock. And they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well.
29 yards.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as you understand where they are in the field?
Come on, come on. Hey.
There's a short one caught by Fannin. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Cut 19.
He'll look to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3.
3rd and 3.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
He's back to throw. And he's taken down. And now they can milk this, take it all the way down, call the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready.
Back to throw. That's caught left side by Judy. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more.
38. Ravens 31. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Jackson. Connecting with Andrews. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
One last shot for Jackson. This to possibly force OT. And this is incomplete, so no miracles here on the